Finance Minister Nirmala Sitaraman has often been at the center of debate regarding her stewardship of India's economy. While she has introduced several major reforms, many of these have attracted widespread criticism. This analysis highlights key areas where her policies have been found lacking, particularly in taxation, job creation, and regulation of financial markets, underscoring her ineffectiveness in these domains. One of the most questionable moves during Sitaraman's tenure has been the introduction of the new tax regime. This policy offers lower tax rates but eliminates essential exemptions and deductions, thereby weakening India's traditional savings culture. In a country where social security is virtually non-existent, personal savings play a crucial role in long-term financial security. However, the new regime promotes consumption over savings, leaving individuals exposed to financial risks without the protective cushion they once had. This shift is not only short-sighted, but could also lead to broader economic instability in the future, especially for a population that lacks access to robust retirement benefits. Sitaraman's apparent disregard for these potential consequences further compounds the issue. Sitaraman's policies have largely failed to address the needs of the middle class, which forms the backbone of the Indian economy. Despite repeated promises of tax relief and wealth generation, the middle class has seen little tangible benefit. Inflation continues to rise, wages remain stagnant, and the tax structure provides no meaningful incentives for this key demographic. Moreover, Sitaraman's tenure has been marked by an alarming failure to generate employment. While India has experienced growth in stock markets and large industries, this has not translated into substantial job creation. The focus on economic growth statistics does not capture the reality of millions of citizens who are struggling to find stable, well-paying jobs. This failure to address job creation has left the working population increasingly disillusioned with the government's economic policies. Disruptions in revenue departments, GST and income tax. A major issue during Sitaraman's time as finance minister has been the frequent disruptions in the functioning of key revenue departments like GST and income tax. Instead of streamlining and stabilizing these systems, her tenure has seen constant and often unnecessary changes that have caused widespread confusion. Small and medium enterprises, already burdened with compliance challenges, have been hit hardest by the frequent shifts in GST rules. Meanwhile, individual taxpayers have faced similar confusion due to constant updates to the income tax process. This persistent instability in revenue departments reflects a lack of coherent planning and an inconsistent policy approach. Stock market speculation and weak oversight. Sitaraman's handling of the stock markets has arguably been one of the most troubling aspects of her tenure. Under her leadership, policies have increasingly favored large traders and institutional players, leading to a sharp rise in speculative trading. Encouraging retail investors to participate in such an environment without sufficient safeguards has exposed many inexperienced individuals to high risks. The Securities and Exchange Board of India, while independent in theory, has seemingly lacked the oversight necessary to curb excessive speculation and protect retail investors. Sitaraman's failure to provide adequate guidance and supervision in this area has created a volatile financial environment, benefiting only the elite while putting ordinary citizens at risk. Conclusion: a leadership that lacks depth. Nirmala Sitaraman's tenure as finance minister has been characterized by a lack of strategic depth and an insufficient understanding of the complexities of India's economy. Her policies have weakened the savings culture, ignored the needs of the middle class, failed to create jobs, and encouraged speculative behavior in the stock markets. More concerning is her inability to effectively manage such a critical portfolio, which has resulted in widespread confusion and uncertainty. Ultimately, financial honesty alone is not enough. Political honesty and a genuine commitment to the nation's citizens are equally vital. Sitaraman's performance has shown a troubling disconnect from the realities of governance. She has often acted more like a deputy minister rather than the leader of one of the country's most critical ministries. For India's economic future to be secure, the country needs leadership that can balance growth with the welfare of its people. Until Sitaraman grasps these essential elements, the nation's economic prospects will remain uncertain.